let's talk a little bit about networking, connecting. Obviously, this is something that's big for us at Alumni Direct, but talk about the importance of doing that while you're still playing.
Yeah, I think it's so important and it's such a unique opportunity because you're representing a university. You also get to tell your individual story. The university is shaping who you are as a character. And so networking is huge. I mean, I know when I was at Wagner, I also did some work study. I had an academic scholarship, non-athletic scholarship. And so I walked on, and my goal through my athletic journey was to network with as many people as I can. And so now on my LinkedIn, I'm still friends with our old athletic directors, still friends with a lot of my faculty members and so forth, just because you never know as to how you can help others or how they can help you in your journey. So told someone this, I believe last week, but I heard a coach, one of my friends had told me that their coach, when they were playing, wouldn't allow them to wear hoodies or headphones on campus while walking around because it made them seem less approachable. And I actually really like that. I think nowadays we're so fixated and behind our phones walking around campus that you get to miss the opportunity of networking with someone that maybe you'll be lifelong friends with, maybe you'll work with them in business. You never know. I mean, the power of networking. I received my first corporate job at the age of 21 from throwing t-shirts at Madison Square Garden. I mean, those two things probably shouldn't be in the same sentence, but it happened because of networking.
I think that just the awareness and acknowledgement is so powerful. Sports end. It's like ripping off a band-aid. It's just like cut, dry, done. And that moment it doesn't feel real, and you're going to go through probably years of figuring out what that means to you. But I don't know if other athletes feel this way. I sure do. I didn't really think about it until I got to that point. It was all gravy train. I'm living with a purpose. I'm chasing my dream. I'm expecting good things to happen. I'm expecting to play for a long time. And until it really started winding down, it was like, whoa, this is real now. And yeah, I think it would have been huge for me to have been a little bit more forward thinking while I was spending my time on campus.
Yeah, I usually will ask people what they're really excited about right now.
I like that.
And they'll tell me what's going in their life and what they're excited about. And if I can help move whatever they're excited about forward, then I can see that entry point. Because you might wonder, well, how can I help you? May feel open-ended or in a way
Sure.
that people don't really know how to respond. But when you ask, what are you excited about right now? They'll tell you about a project or about their kids going off to school or whatever it is. And then for me, then that's the in spot. Like I can see where I can help them out, who I might be able to introduce them to.
Well, I mean, the athlete DNA is the will to win, but the will to win is the will to prepare. So I think that's the biggest thing is that, and another thing that I've seen is that a lot of people have used the term hard, and that's supposed to be discouraging, but I feel like it's just as long as it's doable, you can go there. And if the people that go pro, I think that hard, they know that. So you got to remember 99% of athletes don't go pro, but what happens to the people who focus solely on that 1%, right? They're doing something that the 99 won't do, and that's just the hard part. And college sports is hard in general because you're also a student. I think that student athlete, that term is downplayed, and I think there are a lot of stigmas that are actually, so athletes actually have a higher GPA than regular students, but the stigma is that athletes are stupid. But It's not. You got to remember, you got 20 hours of school, and then you got 20 hours of football, and then you have one day to perform in front of 20,000 to 60,000 strangers who would also berate you if you don't perform, right? So you're dealing with a whole nother level of pressure, and you're dealing with a whole nother level of stress. And then, like I said, the will to prepare. So what about when you up at 6 a.m. clanging weights? What about when you playing hurt? What about when you having personal problems and you hurt and you're not playing good and this and that and your grades bad and this? You know what I mean? So it's definitely something that prepares you on the side that's not glamorous. So I think that's the athlete DNA, is that will to prepare, the desire to meet challenges, and the will to overcome them, and how to celebrate your own victories.
Yeah, I love that. Well, there's such an opportunity there, especially you're saying like you want to give back. There's such an energy there to want to go back and help, and it creates that culture of your school. And I think there's such an opportunity to get athletes even more invested in their school when it feels like a family or it feels like home. And you see that in the energy of the people that come back as alumni. And again, just networking in general, like there's just that common connection. You both went to the same school, you're around the same, maybe trainers, coaches, experiences, whatever. It's just it would be so valuable. And so I really love that you all are doing that at Alumni Direct, because it's such an opportunity to create more of a culture for the school, which I think draws athletes in. And I think people are craving to be a part of a team. And a lot of athletes, if you've been a part of a great team or a great, culture, there's something special about it and exciting about it. And that really draws you in to feel like you're connected with your teammates, you're connected with this place and this school. And so bringing alumni back is such a huge part of that. I really love that.